Welcome to Milk and Cookies, episode 9. More Jennies.
This is gonna be great.
We got one hell of a lineup. A hell of a lineup that took some blood, sweat, and tears to acquire.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like a
it should have.
sneakerhead
Yeah,
trying to track down a rare drop. I spent probably an hour just like researching who might have the flavors. And then actually like going to the store, they just hadn't updated what they had for 6 months and they don't have any of that stuff anymore. All right, so today we're having maple soaked pancakes, skillet cinnamon roll, double dough of Alex LaCroix fame or whatever that guy's name is, and then sweet cream biscuits and peach jam, which I've been wanting to try for a long time. But the reason that we didn't have that one together in our first episode is Lucy couldn't find it.
we've been having trouble syncing up of those slightly more expensive, more niche brands that we can both find the
The
same
same flavors,
flavors.
yeah. And like even with Ben and Jerry's though, like I
Never
found
found.
successfully the Sunday topped ones, Cookie Vermonster, Chocolate Cheesecake, and some other one, which I may or may not have sampled in your absence. But who knows? This is the point. Who knows when or if you're ever even gonna find them?
You're right. You said you ate it because you're like, what would Lucy want from you? Like, what would Lucy do? And that's
Right.
true. Like, I would hate for you to let the opportunity pass you by. I wasn't upset you bought them. I just like at least wanted to vicariously live through you while you ate them.
Next time I'm about to try something, I
Take a
will
video.
I will betray you while you're watching. So yeah, it's an ordeal. And then Lucy, in order to get you couldn't find cinnamon roll. I was looking in Syracuse where Lucy lives, could not find the cinnamon roll flavor anywhere.
Or double dough.
Or the double dough. The double dough we got special delivered. You want to tell your ordeal with the
Yeah,
cooler?
yeah, yeah. I was in White Plains, New York for work this weekend. You found these three flavors.
You're
And
getting
so,
left out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt like I was bamboozled. And I found at Whole Foods cinnamon skillet,
Pancakes.
maple pancakes, dribbled goodness,
Hmm.
and the peaches and biscuit jam. That's like 4 hours away from where I live. So I was like, what are we going to do here? I drove to Target, I bought a cooler, went to Whole Foods, got ice, put it in the cooler, bought these 3 pints, and I drove them back to Syracuse.
What initiative? What
The,
dedication?
because
Determination.
we can't let these flavors go untried.
Exactly.
We
I
weren't
mean,
all
this
the
is
tax
this is
records
serious
for
business. Your
consumption.
pints may or may not have melted a little bit, but hopefully
Yeah.
they've had time to reconstitute. If not, it's just going to be a milkshake episode.
Should we just get right into it?
So let's get right into it. Actually, before we do, I had a real quick snippet that I wanted to start the episode with a Van Leeuwen fact check. I made a claim that was only supported by a Reddit thread, which I felt was like a little bit light in terms of
Hmm.
source. I had just
Good for
read
you.
some people commenting about this and I accepted it as fact. So I found pictures on a couple of different grocery store websites that had not been updated. So these are the old style Van Leeuwen containers that they had pictures on their website and they hadn't updated them. And it had the nutrition label. So I compared that to
Nice.
the new flavors. So I've got links here to Bevmo and Fairway, which had not updated their product link. And then Sprouts and Whole Foods, which have the up-to-date Van Leeuwen's containers that match the ones you and I bought with 108-gram serving sizes. The old ones used to be 119 grams. That's almost a 10% reduction in bang for
Right.
buck I put in their notes here. So I think when they first started out, they had a higher quality product.
And they
And
tried to just sneak it by us.
but it did not work because unfortunately for them, Bevmo and Fairway are falling down on the job
Well,
in terms of
that's
updating their digital inventory.
it's kind of funny. Bevmo and Fairmere, like, what even is that? And then like Sprouts and Whole Foods, these very like well known grocery
Well
stores, like
known,
of
more up
course.
to date. Bevmo and Fairway just like had some intern put the pictures up 6 years ago and then never changed it.
It's a bad look.
It's a bad look, but you know
And
what's
they
an
care about their
even
look.
worse look is reducing your grammage per serving by however much this is, 11. What is that? 108 yeah, 11 grams.
I feel like this is your cookie dough core gate.
This is my cookie dough core gate, the Van Leeuwen weight reduction per serving gate. With that being said, let's get back to business. After
Let's
a
get
week
back to
of
business.
disaster and disappointment and depression, we've got maple soaked pancakes leading off the fray. Oh, wait, we decided to change up the order.
We
First,
can still, but I just
nope,
like
nope, nope, nope. You're right. And you're
like
right, you're right.
I think episode 5, our Haagen Dazs episode, we told this story of this ice cream icon, Alex LaCroix, who made it his life's mission to ask
Nobel Peace Prize when?
Alex LaCroix to get Jenny's to bring back this amazing flavor double
Allegedly
dough.
amazing. We'll verify soon
It's
enough.
not just him though. Like everybody's raving about it. So I'll be shocked, but you're right. Alleged. It is chocolate chip cookie dough swirled into a buttery brown sugar
Oh,
custard.
oh.
So he put it in his Instagram bio. He commented on almost every single one of their posts. I kind of can't wait any longer. I can't believe we found it. It's just been my dream for a few weeks now. So I think that only means one thing.
Without further ado,
Cannot believe I'm holding this in my hands right now.
it's crazy. Honestly, I'd been looking for so long to try to find it. Well, so long, 2 weeks, that I was
It's
beginning to think that it was never going to happen. I thought I
it's
was going
gotta
to have to
have been
go
longer
to a
than two
scoop shop.
weeks.
It felt like years. It's been a month. My God.
A month, a very
Wow.
long month.
Look at that. There it is. 1 pint, a full pint. We like to see that.
A full pint.
127 grams. That's got some heft to it.
Harry, I can't wait any
127.
longer. Do we have to read anything else or
Nope.
can we open the shit?
Flavor is indeed everything.
It does say something on the side. Made it taste exactly like rich buttery cookie dough. You know, I don't care. We'll read that later.
Yeah, some other time. All right, I'm going in. Mamma mia. Oh, holy shit. I'm sure I'll have some words in a moment, but not right now. Mm,
My God.
that is truly fabulous. All right, so this is not a complaint. It's just a note. The cookie dough is very small. There's a ton of these little pieces, but they are just
Quite
little
small.
pieces, which is interesting. And again, it's not a complaint, but I just haven't had chocolate chip cookie dough of this size previously.
Only in least favorite day.
Hmm.
It's very small. That would be my only note. It tastes
Mm.
like a spoonful of chocolate chip cookie dough.
This is so good. The texture, the consistency, the buttery, it's got like a kind of
Big
light,
butter.
oh, buttery butterscotch. My
Buttery
God.
brown sugar custard.
Man, and brown sugar cookies are some of my favorite cookies. I
This is
absolutely love it.
spectacular.
This for me is a 10.
20. Honestly, it's like a 20.
This is so unbelievably good. Whereas last week we were eating that the malted cookie dough shake, and I was like, oh, I would like this if it was only, vanilla ice cream and maybe less
Don't talk
sugar.
yourself into it.
This is like as soon as I, took the first bite, my mind went blank. I entered a state of transcendent bliss. I had no notes.
I would make the cookie dough
note,
a little bit bigger.
a little bit bigger, but that's not. See, there's a difference between a personal preference, like a note, and a criticism.
Yeah,
Also, we have 3 flavors to go in front of this. I gotta slow down.
I don't want to. Nothing else is going to compete.
Hmm.
Oh my God, it's so smooth.
It's so smooth, like it's buttery in so many ways, dude.
Wait, I just need you before you're done.
I'm not done. One can never be done with double dough. One can only be between pints of double dough.
Right. I just want you to like isolate a piece of cookie dough
Okay, do that for you.
because I want you to take in that is what the consistency of cookie dough should be.
What,
And
that
smooth.
is actual cookie dough.
That's what I'm saying.
That's actual cookie dough. The only graininess at all is the granules of real sugar inside the cookie dough. You could take all this out and make cookies. You could put it in an oven and it would turn into cookies.
Also, it's real custardy. Like I
It's
actually
so
do.
custardy.
It has a tanginess to it.
All right, so salted custard, which is cream, sugar, egg yolk, tapioca, and sea salt. It's that egg yolk. Isn't that what
Yeah.
we decided last week when
Yes.
we Googled it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
extra eggs. So like custard is French ice cream-esque, and gelato is just super premium ice cream-esque.
Right. How do we know what our fat content is or whatever it was that we cared about?
Oh, yeah, milk fat or butter fat content. We can calculate that real quick. 20 out of 127, 16%. So actually not that high, but yeah, I would never have guessed that.
I got to put this away or I'll
Yep.
keep eating
Okay.
it. Do we want to rate them first or rate them at the end?
Name a category. This is a 10 in it.
Great.
The
Move
base
on. All right.
texture is a 10. The texture is a 10. The flavor is a 10. My confusion levels on this are at 0. I know exactly what's going on here. What were our other like random categories we made up? Our categories, we had like a little discussion. I was like, all right, we nailed down categories. They're just freeform. Every single one has just got to be freeform.
Movies
Ingredient
at the end.
quality, I couldn't care less. I mean this.
Like, don't
Like-
even ask questions, just eat it.
Yeah, like the Buddha, the icon, like the logo of like a Buddha meditating like on
Yes.
top of a lotus. You know what I'm talking about?
He's on top of
That's-
double dough.
Yeah. So next up, maple soaked pancakes. All right, here she blows.
Great packaging.
Really good packaging. So this is part of Jeni's ice cream for breakfast collection. 2 of the flavors we're having today. are from that the Skillet cinnamon roll, the maple soaked pancakes, and then the other four in the collection are green smoothie, no thank you, blueberry Johnny cakes,
Mhm.
yes please, coffee with cream and sugar, and powdered jelly donut. I want to try all those except maybe the green smoothie.
I would try it for science.
For science, maybe
Yeah.
in our next Jenny's episode, we'll round out the breakfast collection. This is fluffy pancakes in salted butter and maple syrup cream.
On the side, they have all their, how
Oh
all the
yeah, 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 yeah.
we didn't do that with the double dough because there was no time.
Okay, there was no time. Yeah, we did not have time.
It says, I grew up on maple syrup tapped from my grandparents' trees, which, like, okay, let's go. I loved the way it mingled with melting. Oops, there's still ice on my pint from my
Yeah, I had to melt it
cups.
off of the story to read it with my thumb.
I loved the way it mingled with a melting pat of butter soaked. That's such a funny way to put it. Maybe I shouldn't be in charge of reading.
Keep going, you're doing great.
I just keep getting distracted. I love the way it mingled with a melting. What is a melting?
All right, so maple soaked pancakes. Let's turn the lid off.
Okay, mine has re-solidified. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. All right, so mine is a nice cream color with a real nice maple swirl in there. I'm going right for the maple colored part. We'll see how that does.
Oh, you're gonna like this.
Mmm.
This literally tastes like pancakes and syrup. They do butter flavors well.
Yo, you nailed it. Her butter flavors are so good. This tastes like pancakes. It tastes like cold pancakes. That's
How did they do that?
this is actually kind of remarkable.
Because it is different than the buttery flavor we just tasted.
It's definitely in the same family as the double dough. I'm sure like some of the essential oils that she used are similar here.
Wow, it's kind of salty.
Mm-hmm. Like pancakes. And I'm definitely getting little fluffy pieces of pancake in there.
Yeah.
All right, we
And
got two more after this. We got to hold on. Whoa. I'm like gone deep in here as though this is a
I thought you were telling me to slow down. I was like, I mean,
yeah, you too. Relax over there.
this is so unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
would give this a uniqueness score that we've
definitely.
never done before, but of like 10 because like it doesn't have any crunchy chunks in it, but the
No.
textures are so there's so much different
It
texture in it.
has texture. The
Yeah.
only thing that I think this is sort of similar to is the gooey butter cake in terms of
Yes.
the mouth feel, for lack of a better word. Dude, this is excellent as well. Uniqueness is a 10. I've never had ice cream that tastes like this. I've only had pancakes that taste like this.
Wow. What am I eating?
What a creation.
This is like right up your alley.
I love pancakes, and this is excellent. I think I'm gonna love
Dad
the
would like this.
dad would like this is
Pancakes.
this is pancakes in a pint.
I even have that lingering
Yeah.
flavor in my mouth
Yeah,
as
hell
like
yeah.
that I get after I'm done eating pancakes and syrup.
So the double
Wow.
dough, I'm just giving it 10s all across. Base texture, 10. Texture, 10. Flavor, 10. Sugar content, 0. Who knows? Maple soaked pancakes, unique. That's a good category. That's a really good category. We've had a couple in there. Give me some more. I gave that a good uniqueness score in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jenny's gets a 10 for being the most unique.
Yeah, brand
Yeah.
uniqueness, they get a 10
Yeah.
for sure. All right, maple pancakes, we'll go to 10. Base texture. So I do think that like probably McConnell's and Graters are going to be our 10s for base texture.
That's true. Like
So-
this, there's just nothing wrong with this. It's just they're like 11s.
They're like 11s,
They
but
went
it
above
only
and
goes up to
beyond.
10 for those guys.
Right.
So I think this should probably be a 9.
Nine.
And a Haagen-Dazs base texture was also really, really wonderful. I would give the Haagen-Dazs base texture a 9 as well. Oh, texture, just texture in general. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting. It wasn't my favorite. Like I do like
Crunchy chunks.
Crunchy Chunks is my personal favorite, but in
Same.
terms of like interesting mouth adventure, I'd give it like probably an 8 or so.
Yeah.
do you think?
Yeah. Go put like walnuts in here and that'd be really
Oh
good or
my
something.
God. Please stop.
Okay.
Flavor, I loved that.
I love that.
I'm so hesitant to just give everything a 10. I feel like this should be a 9, but I want it to be a 10. If it was up to me, I'd give it a 10.
It's hard because like no improvements. It's just
Pancakes, yeah. If you don't like pancakes, don't eat this. Pretty simple.
Right.
And flavor, I want to give it an 8 or a 9.
8.5.
8.5?
8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I think that's right. This is excellent. And if you love pancakes, it's a 10 for you.
It's like a destination. It's
Mhm.
not like a
Mhm. It's not
go-to
a-
flavor.
This is not something I would eat every day, but I also
Yeah.
wouldn't have pancakes every day. I might.
Right.
But on to the the Skillet cinnamon roll, excuse me. This is Skillet cinnamon roll, which is gooey cinnamon scented brown sugar caramel in cream cheese ice cream, pastry flakes, and so much cinnamon sprinkled throughout, it'll make you weak in the knees. Nice light color. The last one was much more egg yolky creamy. I forgot to do that for all the other ones, but what can you do? All right, I'm going
It
right in here.
has.
I see chunks of something, which I always go for. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost boring. I'd be more surprised if it was bad.
Damn. First impression is that it's very similar again to the maple pancakes and the gooey butter cake. It's in that family of ice cream styles. There's like dry, fluffy little bits of,
It's true.
carb, of pastry, of bread, which all three of them have. But instead of being like tons and tons of maple and butter, this is cinnamon.
Yeah. I'm not really getting the cream cheese. Are you?
No, I'm getting overwhelmed by the cinnamon. So let me try to just isolate some of the cream cheese ice cream.
I could be punched more with that and I would have liked it. I'm a
Yeah,
little let
yeah.
down by that.
It's not sour at all, which cream cheese is
Right.
sour. Even just taking an isolated bite of the ice cream, it's not sour at all. It's just like sweet cream. Okay, now that bite I just took had more of a sourness, which I enjoyed. But in general, I'm just getting like
Cinnamon.
cinnamon, and I almost use the word overwhelming cinnamon because like I feel like
It's
I'm
too
eating a
much.
scented cinnamon candle a little bit. Like it's a lot of cinnamon. Maybe,
I'm not getting
maybe
that much cinnamon.
it's really holiday. Tastes like Christmas.
Yes. This would be great holiday.
I don't love it. I love cinnamon rolls. They're probably my favorite dessert, and somehow I don't love this. The
Yeah, this is
texture's
my least
great.
favorite.
The biggest problem for this ice cream is we had it after double dough and maple pancakes, which is, a tough act to
Tough
follow.
act to follow.
I like it. No real complaints, but
The thing
I've had
is,
better.
right, and at this price point,
Hmm.
I expect tens.
Just try to put yourself in this mindset. Like, if I had just had dinner and I hadn't had any other dessert and I hadn't been thinking about double dough all day, and I love the peach one too, so I'm like my expectations for the peach one. I'm thinking about that. The
Frozen.
only real issue with this is just that it isn't as good as the other Jenny's
True.
option. Like in isolation, this is in the 90th percentile out of all ice creams on the planet. Now you're compared to like a fucking Snickers ice cream in the grocery
Yeah.
store. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, please.
this
No,
is
we're talking about the cream of the crop.
it is in the cream of the crop, but it's not
Right.
at the top of the crop. That's all. The branding is
Cream of the
great.
custard, if you will.
The cream of the custard, exactly. The packaging is great. The ice cream is great. Just not my favorite. So the base
Okay.
texture, I don't think we need to go over. It's great. It's excellent. It's Jenny's. And then texture, I would give it the same as the maple pancakes. It's an eight. It's an eight-ish.
I guess I just liked that one better.
To me, the texture was the same.
Let me put it this way. The like stuff in the pancakes made more sense. I feel like it
Yeah.
seems
That's
like
true. That's true.
tell me if I'm wrong. Mine got a little, but I wasn't getting like a chunk of cinnamon and pastry. There was like a cinnamon swirl, separate pastry, and that's not how. Was that how yours were, or were you getting like a cinnamon roll chunk?
You can, like, I don't know if you can see on here, but like you see the darker spots, and so
Yeah, but
it
that's
may
just
be.
cinnamon
I also had pastry next to there. Like,
next to it. But I'm saying I
yeah.
want one. I want a baby cinnamon roll in there.
Notes on this one, not enough cream cheese flavor. It needs more tanginess. Yeah, also like I looked past this on the double dough happily because it's perfect. It's a 10. But like these chunks, there's a ton of them, but they're very small. I want them to be more substantial. I want to like bite into them.
So that seems to be like a theme to me with Jenny's. They just don't do that big of chunks. This, the double dough, and the little flecks in the brambleberry, like they're not very big.
They really aren't. Yeah, they really aren't. That is a knock on Jenny's. To be clear, we're just splitting hairs. This shit's excellent. So for this, let's give it a 7 texture then. Like it's good.
Seven.
7, do you
Yeah.
think that's right?
Yes. Seven is what's coming in my head kind of overall that I feel like giving it for basically like it's a seven.
I don't want to give this a low score for flavor because I think there are a lot of people out there who would eat this, and if you're a cinnamon lover, you're gonna love it. I didn't love it though, and personally, I want to give it like a 6 for a flavor.
Okay.
Is that too
I
low?
I no, because like I would be like oat of this world have cinnamon. Whatever. When I think of
It's
like
got
that,
oatmeal cinnamon cookies. Yeah,
yeah, that is a home run. That is like
yeah,
if you told me
yeah.
like, oh, I love cinnamon, I would be like, go get oat of this
Oh yeah,
world.
Oat of this world. Yeah, I would recommend that over this, which is a little bit sad. I don't know why,
It
but it
just
is.
is. It's a
Yeah,
little it's just missed the mark. They just need to go back to the drawing board a bit.
yeah. Keep drawing. I'm excited for this one. It's been years since I've had it, but when I had it originally, I remember thinking it was pretty excellent.
Was this the first Jenny's ice cream you ever had?
It may have been.
That's so
I think it
exciting.
was. Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was buttermilk ice cream. I thought it was a peach base. So it is going to be super similar to gooey butter cake, double dough, and
The two breakfast ones, not double dough, but the two breakfast ones. Yeah, I think it's gonna be
but
very
the
similar.
but double dough was also pretty buttery. I mean, in terms of the base
Oh,
flavor.
true, 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 true. Yeah. The double
Um,
dough is my favorite one so far, by far. Not even
yeah,
close.
that was crazy.
That's one of the great ice creams of this planet.
Yeah. I hope that one day they make the chunks bigger, but you'll see with McConnell's. I mean, unless they've changed it, their chunks are kind of the same size as these ones. And I'm like, is this like an elite
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing?
The nicer the ice cream, the smaller the chunks.
Right.
Big chunks are not polite, you know?
Right.
Like, ooh, it's not
Which
fashionable.
in my mind, I'm like, who in the world would not want chunks? But back to spoon time. Oh, you got it already. Okay,
Oh, did
here.
you not? I thought, all right. Oh, all right. So, our final flavor of the evening, we've got sweet cream biscuits and peach jam, which is buttermilk ice cream, crumbled biscuits, and swirls of jam made with peaches from the Peach Truck. And I've got a note here. The Peach Truck is an online Nashville-based company that delivers peaches. That's kind of cool.
It's really
Isn't Nashville
aesthetic.
where you first got Jenny's?
Yes.
Interesting. What is their
Yes.
Nashville connection?
I don't know because like they're not, it's just
She's
everybody was
from
like, oh, you,
Ohio, right? She is.
right. Which I was also, so is Graders. And I was like, what's up with that?
We should make a pilgrimage to our Mecca, which is Columbus, Ohio, it turns out.
Right. Right.
Shockingly enough, nobody saw that coming. All
No
right,
one
so
looks great.
it looks great. Is there some kind of story on the side? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Great. Let's skip that and go straight to the ice cream. I like the look of this a lot.
I love the aesthetics on the outside, and this is the definition as beautiful
Mm.
on the outside as it is on the inside.
I can already, I mean, I've already had this, so, but I can already tell you I'm gonna love this,
But not
especially because
recently.
I've had it in the past. Mm.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. That peach flavor.
This man,
That is good.
it doesn't have any right to be that flavorful. Like
I feel like I got punched in the face by a peach.
the flavor per square foot in this is as high as it could possibly be. Like the sheer amount and quantity of flavor you're getting in a bite of this is insane.
This is like at a group of college kids in a New York City apartment.
What does that mean? They're about to tear that shit up or what? What?
Like there's a lot per square foot.
Oh God, yeah. There's six of them in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I got it. Yeah. I was like, what is she talking about? Anyway, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. The smell, oh, tastes like real peaches. I love how buttery it is as well.
Peach jam,
Yep.
peaches, sugar, water, cornstarch. I think we don't love that. I don't remember. Is cornstarch fine?
Who can
Whatever.
say?
Citric acid. Let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa, the biscuit. I just got a chunk of biscuit. That really tastes like a southern biscuit.
This is excellent. I love this.
I
Uh,
want
the the
even
peach
more
flavor
peach.
tastes like real peaches. Like you said, it's not artificial at all. This is really good ice cream.
It's
Notes.
so tangy.
Hmm.
This is summer
Yeah.
incarnate.
Also, a much better distribution of the stuff in this compared to the skillet cinnamon roll and even the maple pancake. There's big, long, thick ribbons of peach jam in this. There's tons of biscuits. Every bite has a lot of everything in it.
You know what I love about Jenny's is whatever they do, it tastes like the thing. It doesn't taste like a play on the thing. It's not like inspired
Mm.
by. It literally tastes like peach jam, cream, and biscuit.
The other thing about this too is that we're eating it last, so you
And
know
it's
it's got
still
to be
holding
good.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still holding up. Also, I really appreciate the fact that the biscuits are different in this. They didn't just like throw the same stuff they put in the pancakes in here and like it's biscuits. Like no, they put biscuits in this.
I take back what I said before we tried this, that I thought the buttermilk
Mm,
was going to be the
mm,
same like butteriness as
yeah.
the double dough, as the maple pancakes, and
Yep.
or as gooey butter cake. It's not. This is
Hmm.
a totally different base.
Also, going back to the maple pancakes, that butter flavor in there, her background in essential oils is like shining through here with how flavorful. None of these are have a muddy flavor at all.
Yeah.
Everything is like so like piercing and
Yes.
deep. This
Yeah.
peach flavor has no right to be that full. Yeah.
And that kind of thing just goes so well with ice cream because, like, it's just actually maybe the best one to go last because I needed it. It was like a reprieve from.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a palate cleanser.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right, I'm gonna put
this
this
is really
back.
good.
This
Yeah.
was excellent. I loved this. I
Excellent.
want to give it a 10.
That was our most consumption yet. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
great. Like I feel great. Also, the double dough, starting out with that, and it was so fucking incredible. I had far too much of it.
I
So
my head is like I have a little bit of a sugar rush.
yeah, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. If we ate a quarter of a pint tonight, I'd be shocked. Moving on. I'm just kidding. We probably ate a pint.
Maybe a little less. We
Yeah,
probably ate
that's the
a
spirit.
we probably ate a Van Leeuwen pint.
Yeah, 414 milliliters. Real quick, let's rate it. I think this is pretty unique, other than its connection to the maple soaked pancake
Oh.
skillet cinnamon roll type of gooey butter cake. It's in that family, but this is just, there's no other ice cream like this out there, is there?
Well, I don't know. I
What
would say
other
like
peaches and biscuits ice cream? You
I'm
know?
just thinking fruit and ice cream, like jams and brambleberry. I thought it was a peach version of brambleberry.
All right, we don't have to go to a uniqueness score. We can go.
No, I think it's like an 8 uniqueness. Just because it isn't as unique doesn't mean it doesn't get a unique score. It's just a little less unique than the pancakes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So texture. I really liked the texture, but it wasn't super special in terms. I wasn't like blown away
Right.
by it. The base texture is good. Double dough base texture was better. It was like way
Yeah.
more creamy and buttery. Texture on this, I'd give it like a. It's good. It's like a 7 or an 8, something
7.
like that.
I think
Seven.
7.
Yeah. And then flavor 10 for me. It was
10.
a 10. It was so fucking flavorful. If you like
Content, who
peaches
cares?
and you like ice cream, you will love this
Right.
ice cream.
You're right. Like I don't think there's another peach ice cream. I was thinking more like
Yeah,
a
that's what I was.
combination
Yeah.
like that.
I'm sure there are other peach ice creams out there,
Let me
but
look. Probably not. Oh, Tillamook has a peaches and cream. Wegmans has a peach pie.
do
Mama's has a
a whole
PB&J.
peach comparison episode. Ice cream news. Do you want to
Wait. We
wait,
gotta
I'm
do
waiting.
emojis.
Okay,
That's my favorite
emojis.
part.
All right, your favorite part.
Confusion? Not at all.
None. No
None.
confusion. All right, I'll let
None.
you write these in.
Maple soaked pancakes. That was really good.
Is there
Definitely.
like a, childhood emoji like pancakes I feel like are very like childhood sunshine, sunrise.
Yeah. Pancakes.
Yeah, that's a really good emoji for the pancake ice cream we had, Lucy. Very creative.
Moving on. Oh, like chickens. I smell
What?
chickens.
You're right there.
Because we use some chickens, like it reminds me of like sitting on the deck in the backyard, eating pancakes in the morning, like looking,
That
looking
is
at
a fucking stretch, dude. Let me tell you, I'll accept it. Like, it's not a wrong answer, but it's not right either, you know?
like when I think of pancakes, I think of nostalgia. When I think of nostalgia, I think of having chickens.
But do you see how that's 3 steps removed now from this ice cream that we're trying to give a specific emoji to?
That's just how some people's brains work.
It is how some people's brains work. However, the idea, at least, and, the world is your oyster as
Thank
well.
you.
But the idea that I had for these emojis was that it was in order to help other people connect with the ice
Okay,
cream in some way.
I'll just
And
leave it
chickens
with
is not going
sunshine.
to help anyone besides like specifically you connect with pancakes. Definitely put chickens down there, Lucy,
That's
please.
pretty fair. That's really a valid point. I
Like
don't
if
know.
I was recommending this ice cream to you and I said, "Oh yeah, think chickens," you would be like, I don't think I'm gonna have
I mean,
that."
I would have been like, I got you. If you said like, nostalgia, like chicken times, like,
Yeah, we
you know,
all grew up in rural Pennsylvania, didn't we? You guys
I'm
didn't have
feeling
guinea fowl?
the Bob Quail. Okay, I think we can move on from this. I think you're right.
Like the whole
Uh,
emoji section on
oh,
onto
I just
onto
went from
news.
this. Well, I just want to do a double dough. No notes. So good. Mic drop. Mic drop.
Microphone.
Explosion.
Yes.
All right, news. Thank God we did that.
Tell you what, that was exhausting. And to you, it was obvious. You're like, yeah, fucking, what's with this idiot? Obviously, you jumped from nostalgia to chicken, from ice cream to nostalgia to chickens. Like, I was just teasing. All right, so ice cream news. Ben and Jerry's free cone day, April 8th. This is the kind of ice cream company that we love. They give you free
Best day of the
shit.
year.
April 8th, get out there, get a free cone from any Ben and Jerry's location near you.
I mean, there's usually a crazy line, but they're also like you can go back. I've gone twice before in a
Yeah,
day.
what a company. On the Jenny's theme, new Jenny's flavors. 3 new flavors and 3, I think, some sort of pops or
Yeah, I'll talk about those.
All right, so the three new flavors are really her essential oil background is shining through on these. Raspberry Rhubarb Delight, which is a lively pink and sweet tart raspberry rhubarb jam ribboned through coriander sweet cream ice cream. What is
That's
coriander?
weird.
I had to look up. I'll admit my ignorance. It's a lot like cilantro in that for some people, fresh coriander tastes like soap because it has a bright citrusy zip to it. However, when ground and toasted, coriander seeds take on a whole new flavor profile. After toasting, coriander develops earthy, sweet tones.
I
Very
was under the
interesting.
impression that coriander and cilantro were the same thing.
As was I. And apparently they're like cousins. Next one is citrus glazed pound cake, which is
Oof.
yuzu ice
Yuzu!
cream. I had to
I
look
love
that up.
yuzu!
With yellow pound cake and a lemon icing glaze. If anyone out there like me doesn't know what that is, yuzu is a unique aromatic and sour citrus fruit native to East Asia, most notably associated with Japanese cuisine, and often described as tasting like a cross between a lemon, a grapefruit, and a mandarin orange. Yeah, that's a flavor I would like to try if and when we'll ever find one near us. And then the third and final new flavor that Jeni's is releasing is Tropical Bloom, which is sun-kissed mandarin, sweet tart kiwi, and radiant passion fruit, described as having, quote, huge flavor. I bet you
Nice.
that shit is gonna be so flavorful. Like when I bit into the peach jam in that, it was like you go on a little journey there. It's so
Yeah.
much depth of flavor. It took me to a place. I bet you that tropical bloom is gonna have so much flavor.
On those Jenny's things, they also are coming
Oh
out
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Jenny's has had these ice cream bars, but they would only sell them in scoop shops. So this spring, when they're doing the release of those three flavors, they're also gonna start selling four ice cream bars like in stores, not just in the scoop shops.
Nice.
Those four flavors are vanilla caramel sundae, dark chocolate Bombay, passion fruit dreamsicle, which that sounds really good for the summer,
Yeah,
and chocolate churros and cream.
fantastic.
Apparently, each of those three, the tropical bloom citrus glazed pound cake with the yuzu and the raspberry rhubarb delight, they are basing off of 18th century gatherings when people would meet and socialize in beautiful gardens surrounded by nature. So like that's really interesting to me because that's kind of what we're saying is like she bases
Yeah.
these flavors off of like I'm trying
Hell
to take you
yeah.
to this place.
That's a great observation. I like realized that reading like her little stories on the sides, like, yeah, when I was a kid, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
or like, oh, I spent some time in Appalachia and like, oh, the Brambleberry. Okay, your comment about the chickens. That's exactly what this ice cream does. You're not just having dessert. You're having a fucking experience when you eat
It
Jenny's.
takes you to a place.
It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy, actually. Like,
Yeah.
and I think probably the Graders is higher quote quality, but like, especially after eating these, and four flavors is a lot of ice cream to eat. Like, I love Jenny's. I think Jenny's might be my favorite brand at this point.
At this moment. And it's hard not to love what's in front of you and it's spectacular. I think they each have like different strengths and like purposes. Graders is just so smooth and
Yeah, I
like
feel like I should be
old
wearing a
ice cream.
tuxedo when I eat
Yeah.
Graders.
And Jenny's is like fun and creative
Yeah,
and transportive.
yeah,
Uh, I haven't had McConnell's in a while, so I'm curious about that. I think McConnell's is like not so outrageous
yeah.
and incredibly high quality.
I think
Jenny seems to be
Jenny's.
focused on innovation.
Yeah, I think like I this sounds so cheesy, but I'll say it like fucking joy. I feel joyous when I'm eating Jenny's. And even though Grater's is super high quality, like I felt like fancy and rich. I felt like I was at like an after party for an award ceremony
Right.
for an award that I had just
Right.
won eating Grater's. But like this, you said like a summer party and like childhood and like taking you down memory lane. It's not very often that I eat something that makes me laugh. Like
Yeah.
I like smile and laugh when I'm eating Jenny's ice cream.
You said it feels like joy, and like the full name is like Jenny's Splendid Ice Cream, and that
Yeah,
is so like apt.
this
Like
shit is
that's
fucking splendid.
splendid. Last story.
You want to take it
Nah,
away?
you
I
you
feel like
you
this is one
told
for you. You relate to this.
you were the one who broke the news last
All right,
week.
so after the story of the 4-year-old Wisconsinite boy who called the cops on his mother for eating his ice cream went viral, Tillamook has launched a new initiative offering customers free ice cream to customers who have experienced ice cream thefts at the hand of family members. Tillamook announced the launch of the Tillamook Meltdown line, a hotline providing free tubs of ice cream to those who call 833-MLT-DOWN while supplies last. The initiative aims to bring, quote, justice to those who have fallen victim to ice cream theft, according to the company. The free tubs of ice cream are available to the first 1,000 people to call the hotline by April 18th. The offer is limited to one customer per household. I really appreciate corporations that have like a little bit of a sense of humor and humanity. Just be normal people. Somebody
They
at
paid someone to
Tillamook
do that.
like had the freedom to create this program, however much it costs. I mean, I'm sure it's a gigantic company, but the fact that there's space in this company for somebody to just like read this news story and raise their hand and say like, hey, wouldn't this be fun? The company
Yeah.
then devoted time and resources to doing its marketing. Yeah, here we are talking about it, promoting them, but it's
Yeah.
fucking fun. And so many
Yeah.
companies like don't take any risks at all. They don't spend any money on fun stuff.
They're
Like
secretly cutting the fat grams of their ice cream.
they're secretly cutting the fat content of their ice cream, Van Leeuwen. Not going to say who it is, though. What the hell is wrong with
Also,
them?
like I can't believe like they're in the grocery store. Like they are literally right underneath Jenny's.
They're up there in the premium price point, but not in the premium quality.
You shouldn't even be anywhere near them.
They should be over with the budget ice cream, except they're
Yeah.
not budget, so they can't be.
It should be them and Halo Top together.
Thank you. That
What are
shit
we
is
doing
diet
here?
ice cream. Van Leeuwen's is actual diet ice cream, 108 grams. What are we doing?
Please. And it tastes like it.
It tastes like it. It feels like it.
It's B team.
Don't want to end on that note. So we've got a whole discussion at the beginning of next episode, McConnell's episode, about not just how heavy the servings are, like how many grams in the 2/3 cup standard serving size, but also the fat content, the milk butter fat content. Because McConnell's proudly trumpets the fact that they are 18%, which is high AF. I have extraordinarily high expectations for
Nervous.
McConnell's, that's can be dangerous, but
Can be
I
dangerous.
think they're going to hold up to it.
This was amazing.
Until next week, I'm happy and satisfied and looking forward to McConnell's. This is living, you know?
Right.
This is being
Right.
alive on planet Earth. I cannot wait to have more double dough. I can't wait to have more of the peaches. The peaches is excellent. The other two, they're great. They're excellent, but they're not double dough.
They're just
and they're
not my cup
peaches.
of tea either.
Just purely a matter of standing next to all-time greats. Like double
Right.
dough, how you gonna beat that? If
Right, like-
if double dough's in your freezer, you're not eating anything else. What are you eating at?
It's Michael Jordan. Like, what are you doing?
Is the Michael Jordan of ice cream. Yeah. And that's the emoji for double dough.
Oh, perfect. Exactly. Basketball.
Right. Greatest of all time.
A goat.
The Lionel Messi of ice cream.
Right. The Messi, the Michael V. Jordan. No, wait,
No,
Michael
the
B's
regular
the actor.
the regular Michael Jordan. Great work. Phenomenal. Until next week.
Couldn't be better.
Peace.